It's 28 minutes on to 7 o'clock. This is where we say good morning to you, Grenada, Carriacou, PD, Martinique, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean, the rest of the world. Welcome to Good Morning Grenada for today. It's Monday, the 27th day of October. Yeah. And for those of you who, have to live us via the radio or television and usually look at us via our Facebook page, we're experiencing a problem with our Facebook page this morning. Nonetheless, you can continue being with us via our YouTube channel. So spread the news around, right? We're working on it. It's a good day to have a good day. It's Monday. Oh my goodness, my heart goes out to the wonderful folks in Jamaica. I've got so many friends up there. This is going to take God's direct intervention to move it. Yeah, and He can. Yeah. Or He might just be using it to clean up, all right? His purpose is best. So good morning, good morning, good morning. Let us get to my reverend's prayer for the morning. And he says, Dear Father, the weekend has passed and I'm incredibly thankful for the rest you provided. Whether busy or resting, you refresh my soul. You are so good. Help me remember that time with you propels my spirit forward. And especially tomorrow, it's Monday. That's for today. There is time for everything, but Mondays are tough. Just getting back to the grind. Will you provide the mindset that every good gift is from you? May I remember that Mondays are part of the gift of life, and may I embrace the day for all the opportunities you have for me, because I know that all things work together for good for those who love you, and I love you, Jesus. In Jesus' name. Amen. Good morning to you, my dear friend Lauren Salim out there in Hermitage. Good morning. May your day begin with blessings from the Almighty right from the moment you wake. That's his second engagement and encounter for the day. Thank you, Rev. Thank you as always. Before the night is over, yeah, I really, really do hope that, Jamaica could be spared. It's 25 minutes on to the 7 o'clock hour. Let us quickly head into the word of the day for today.
She was driving last Friday on her way to Cincinnati on a...
And that word today is pertinent. Pertinent. It is spelled P-E-R-T-I-N-E-N-T. Pertinent. Pertinent, and it means relevant or applicable to a particular matter. Pertinent. P-E-R-T-I-N-E-N-T. Relevant or applicable to a particular matter. And here's how we can use that word in a sentence. His question was pertinent to the topic being discussed. It was relevant to the topic being discussed. So remember that. The word of the day today, that word is pertinent. All right? Remember that. Pertinent, that's the word of the day. I want to say happy birthday to a few people before we go any further. All right? Okay, Anastasia Cato of Dabo in St. George, it's your birthday today. Also, Alice Roberts of Tempe, it's your birthday today as well. And Listra McPhee, you're now at the bus terminal in St. George. It is your birthday, and I want to wish you a very, very, very happy birthday. And may God continue to bless and keep each and every one of you. And I've got your Did You Know coming up, a production from the Department of Cooperatives, and that's up next as we aim to enlighten you, educate you on financial matters, especially pertaining to the Department of Cooperatives and cooperatives in general. So stay tuned. That is up next. Don't you go anywhere.
You won't believe what you can achieve.
Did you know that the Grenada recently registered a new cooperative? Well, yes, the newest cooperative registered by the Department of Cooperatives is the Mana Basket Cooperative Society Limited, and it's an agro-processing cooperative located in Good Hope in St. George. It focuses on organic farming to enhance the quality of food consumed by Grenadians. So yes, a new cooperative was formed, and it is the Mana Basket Cooperative Society Limited, and it is located in Good Hope in St. George, focusing on organic farming to enhance the quality of food consumed by Grenadians. And that has been your cooperative spotlight for this morning. From the Department of Cooperatives, good morning to Mr. Brian Grimes and the entire team there at the department. Hope you all are doing fine. Continue doing the wonderful things that you do as always. 22 minutes on to 7. Holy Spirit,
take my soul. Holy Spirit, fill my soul.
yeah.
Holy Spirit.
Okay, so Lauren is asking for my glasses. All right. Sherry and Nichols, good morning. How are you doing? Hope all is well. So the motivational tip of the day is up next. Good morning to you, Nadisha. Good morning. Good morning to the folks out there in Mama Can and Munich. Petlin, how are you doing? Hope all is well. Good morning to Caitlin and the team out there in Carrier in St. Andrew. Supposed to visit yesterday, but the doctor's orders couldn't even move a muscle. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but belated. Well, I told you happy birthday on your day, and your son as well. I know that you had a blast as always.
Just like
nice. 20 minutes on to 7 o'clock. The motivational tip of the day. Visualize your success. Spend a few moments imagining your goals as if you've already achieved them. This reinforces motivation and builds confidence. Let me repeat that. Visualize your success. Spend time visualizing your goals as though you've already achieved them, because what it does is that it keeps you motivated and reinforces your drive. Yeah, visualize your success. Good morning to Chester Bandy David out there in Monkridge. As I say that, I remembered in the days at McDonald College, he was a very, very good runner long distance. And I remembered Miss Francesca King, may her soul rest in peace. She would say, Bandy's mouth points him in the direction and he just has to win. He was focused on the winning pole, the winning tape. Yeah. Good morning, Monkridge. How's Monkridge and Montrule and surrounding areas doing? The Smart and the James family out there. Rodney Pumpkin James, Vanessa James, well now is Andal. Yeah. Hope you all are doing fine. Yeah, Margot Swan. Not the Swan, Margot Smart. Yeah, Margot Smart. The Smart family. Eggies, good morning. Eggie say I know everybody in Grenada. Well, boy, that's how the cookie crumbles, you know. It's 19 minutes on to 7 o'clock again, folks. I urge you to, really pray for the folks and intercede on Jamaica's behalf, because it's going to be, except the direct hand of God comes, it's going to be devastation, man. I do hope that the folks are prepared. I hope they adopt that policy that preparedness saves lives, Yeah. Johnny and the guys in Wester Hall, good morning. Good morning, Pastor Laurie Dominic. Unfortunately, couldn't make it to church yesterday. Nonetheless, my spirit was there. Good morning, Miss Wally. Good morning, Miss Valerie Farry. Good morning. How are you doing? What's buzzing this morning? Buzzing this morning. All right. Grenada brings home students from Hurricane Melissa. That's in Jamaica. We chartered a flight and get the students home. A light earthquake was felt yesterday, Grenada and Trinidad. It affected Grenada and Trinidad. In the region, I guess you suspect that Jamaica's airports are closed as Hurricane Melissa hits. Internationally, Egypt and International Red Cross search for hostages' bodies in Gaza. And in sports, Bangladesh versus West Indies in the T20 series. That's today. Just about an hour and so away. It's 17 minutes on to 7 o'clock. Those are the buzzing stories. We'll have more for you coming up in AM edition of news, sports, and the weather. So don't you go anywhere. Good morning to my brother Andre Jerome and family. How are you doing, Papi? Hope you're doing fine. Hope you had a great weekend as always. Yeah, and stay strong. It's all good. Folks, the AM edition of News, Sports, and the Weather comes up right after these messages. Don't you go anywhere.
Come on out, Grenada. Let's move to live. Sunday, October 26, 2025. Fitness walk beginning with warm-up at 2 p.m. at Progress Park St. Andrew. Organize your churches, clubs, family, and community. Great prizes to be won. Call 442-7450 to order your t-shirts now. Features and attractions galore to keep you moving. Hosted by the Health and Youth Departments of the Grenada Conference of Seventh-day Adventists.
He was a voice from the pulpit, now away from the altar, but never away from purpose. Father Gerald Paul now takes the Legends stage with fire, conviction, and a calypso that's stirring the nation. The 19th annual Hubbard's Legends in Concert, Sunday, November 9th, 5 p.m., Grenada Trade Center. Father Gerard Paul sings Truth to Power.
Face of all this violence, I will preach, I will preach.
Along with the best of Grenada, Black Prince, and the Pink Panther. Tickets $60 and are available at all Gittins Healthcare Pharmacies. Quick Stop at Otway Service Station, Springs Food Mart, Clear Vision Eye Center, Gittins Pharmacy, St. George's, St. David's Pharmacy, and GoToFed.com. Father Gerard Paul, along with the voices of legends and their stories that shaped generations. The 19th annual Hubbard's Legends in Concert. One stage, one night. Get your tickets now.
Cannot just pretend everything is fine as I run me mind.
Grenada, get ready! GBN and the Ministry of Education presents Christmas Harmonies 1.0. The inaugural primary school choir singing competition, December 5th, 1 p.m. The Grenada Trade Center. 15 schools, magical voices, and fierce competition. Cheer for your favorites in categories like Overall Champion, Most Creative, Best Solo, and Best Group. Entrance, adults $10, children $5. Don't miss the holiday magic. Christmas Harmonies 1.0, where Grenada's brightest and youngest voices shine. Be there.
This is the GBN Morning News for today, Monday, 27th October 2025. Coming up in the news, Grenada brings home students from Hurricane Melissa. A light earthquake shakes Grenada and Trinidad. In the region, Jamaica airports closed as Hurricane Melissa strikes. Internationally, Egypt and International Red Cross search for hostages' bodies in Gaza. And in sports, Bangladesh versus West Indies in T20 action that starts today. We've got the details to these and more after these messages.
It's a busy world, and we all know the saying, time is money. Meet Candice and Oliver. They both have busy days ahead. Let's see how that goes. Candice is in a rush, off to the bank, again. Oh, looks like she didn't plan for traffic, or this long line either. Now let's check in on Oliver. His morning starts a little differently. Using his phone, Oliver makes a peer-to-peer transfer and pays his bills, all while having his morning coffee. At the store, Oliver checks his finances with online banking. Candice? Still waiting. Back to Oliver. He stops at the bank to meet his loan officer. While waiting, he schedules a payment and makes a wire transfer. Wondering about Candice? Yup, still waiting. Candice could be like Oliver if she uses Co-op Bank's e-solutions. Make your day easier with Co-op Bank's swift, simple, and secure e-banking platform. Bank on your terms, from anywhere, at any time. Click, tap, done. Banking just got easier.
Welcome home.
Good morning, everyone. With the details, I am Gordon Joseph. Major Hurricane Melissa is pounding Jamaica this morning with 140 miles per hour winds, torrential rain, and life-threatening flooding. A hurricane warning is in effect for the island, with authorities urging residents to seek shelter now. Hurricane watches are also in place for parts of Haiti and eastern Cuba, where flooding and landslides are already being reported. The storm is expected to continue westward through midweek, bringing widespread damage and power outages across the region.
With it will come, it now appears virtually certain that the core of a powerful hurricane will move over Jamaica Monday and Tuesday. With it will come long-duration destructive winds, catastrophic flooding, loss of power, loss of communications, and communities will be cut off for several days in the aftermath. All preparation to protect life and property should be rushed to completion.
In the Pacific, Tropical Storm Sonia poses no threat to land. Our thoughts and prayers are with all affected by Hurricane Melissa. In a related story, the Grenadian government has chartered a flight to bring home Grenadian students studying in Jamaica. Officials say the decision reflects the country's commitment to the safety and well-being of its citizens abroad. The evacuation, coordinated by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs along with Deputy Consul General Kerry Frank and Marlon Carter of Civil Aviation, faced severe weather and transport challenges. Despite this, those most at risk have been safely returned to Grenada. The government says it will continue to monitor the situation and extend support where needed. Residents in Grenada and Trinidad reported feeling light tremors on Sunday afternoon following a magnitude 3.5 earthquake recorded by the UWI Seismic Research Center. The quake occurred around 3:44 p.m. local time at a depth of 110 kilometers. Its epicenter was located near latitude 11.17 north, longitude 62.15 west, approximately approximately 90 kilometers northwest of Port of Spain, 107 kilometers southwest of St. George's, and 113 kilometers northwest of Arima. There were no reports of injuries or damage, but the event served as a reminder of the region's ongoing seismic activity. And finally, tonight on Beyond the Headlines, Grenada, the GBN's platform program, or flagship program rather, attention turns to the voices of Grenada's next generation of leaders. 3 national youth parliamentarians will take the spotlight in discussion on national priorities and youth perspectives. Joshua Andal of St. Andrew Northwest, Kerry-Ann Marast of St. Andrew Northeast, and Akim Williams of St. George Northeast will examine key topics, including the 2026 national budget, the Age of Civil Responsibility Bill, and updates on youth development programs. The program airs at 8:30 p.m. on GBN Television, Classic 105.5 and 105.9 FM, and on GBN's Facebook Live. The discussion aims to highlight how young leaders view national issues and their role in shaping Grenada's future. Now, that has been the first segment of news, the local segment. Please stay with us. The regional and international developments are straight ahead, which will be followed closely by the sports and the weather. In the region, Jamaica's 2 international airports are now officially closed as Category 4 Hurricane Melissa begins to impact the island, so says Transport Minister Daryl Vaz. At a Sunday press briefing, Vaz said 11 flights departed from Sangster International Airport in Montego Bay before operations were halted at midday, while Norman Manley International Airport in Kingston closed late on Saturday. The International Organization for Migration, the IOM, is sending a shipment of relief supplies from its Caribbean hub in Barbados to support communities in Jamaica at risk from Hurricane Melissa. Expected to arrive by Thursday, the shipment includes solar lamps, hygiene kits, bedding, air mattresses, tents, shelter repair kits, ropes, tarpaulins, and generators. The IOM is working with Airbnb, DHL, and Microsoft to coordinate accommodations, transport, and damage data analysis, while regional staff join the emergency response team. All efforts are close in coordination with Jamaican authorities to ensure aid reaches those most in need. And finally, on the regional scene, Dominica's Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit has renewed his call for the Caribbean to remain a zone of peace, warning that any military action could have serious consequences for the region. Addressing the Barbados Labour Party's 86th annual conference, Skerrit supported Prime Minister Mia Mottley's stance against the growing U.S. military presence near Venezuela. The United States recently deployed the aircraft carrier USS Gerald Ford and its air wing to the Caribbean, saying the move targets illegal drug operations. Skerrit urged regional leaders to stand on principle and protect the peace and independence for which Caribbean foreparents fought. Now, looking further afield, teams from Egypt and the International Committee of the Red Cross, the ICRC, have been granted access to search for bodies of hostages killed during the 7th October attacks in Gaza, Israeli authorities confirmed. The search is taking place beyond the so-called Yellow Line in areas controlled by the Israeli Defense Forces, the IDF. Hamas members have also reportedly been allowed into the area to assist in the operation. Under a U.S. brokered ceasefire deal, Hamas has transferred 15 of 28 deceased hostages and is coordinating with Egyptian authorities for the completion of the handover. The Trump administration says it will not use emergency funds to cover federal food assistance as a fast approaching deadline looms. Currently, 1 in 8 Americans relies on SNAP benefits, the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program that helps low-income families buy food. We have more details from CBS News' Christina Fan.
Food banks around the country are flashing warning signs.
We've been having about 7 to 10 new people a day this week.
Look at that. That was full this morning.
The pantry at Calvary Episcopal Church in Kentucky ran out of food for the first time in its 43-year history.
We feel like this is the tip of the iceberg.
Members of the California National Guard are now deployed to help food banks in the state. In Massachusetts, 16% of residents rely on SNAP benefits, which provide an average of $187 a month, or about $6 a day. Democratic Governor Maura Healey holds President Trump responsible.
Leadership is a choice. And sadly, President Trump has chosen to take away food from people all around this country.
And that's the regional and international news. Stay with us. The sports is up next. Good morning, sporting fans. Cricket, lovely cricket. Unfortunately for us West Indians and West Indies supporters, it's not so lovely anymore. But we hear that Bangladesh aim for the 5th straight bilateral T20 series win as they face West Indies in Chattogram. The first T20 starts today at 6 p.m. local time. That's their time, but it's 8 a.m. Grenada time. Now, the team has been strong since July, including a 3-0 sweep of Afghanistan. West Indies, meanwhile, have lost 7 consecutive T20 series, with Shea Hope, Brandon King, and Rovman Powell expected to lead the charge. Bangladesh will rely on Leighton Das, Saif Hassan, and a balanced bowling attack, including Mahdi Hassan and Taskin Ahmed, while West Indies hope for breakthroughs from Jason Holder and Akil Hussain. Chattogram pitches favor batters, but rain could affect play. Meanwhile, Australia captain Pat Cummins will miss the first Ashes test in Perth on 21st November due to a back injury. Steve Smith is set to lead the side in his absence. Cummins, who has not played since July, has not yet returned to bowling, but is expected to be fit for the second test in Brisbane starting on December 4th. Cricket Australia confirms he aims to resume bowling shortly, with updates expected as the series opener approaches. That's all the sports we've got at this time. We'll have more sports in our luncheon newscast and in our primetime newscast at later in the evening. Stay with us. The weather forecast is straight ahead.
Sisson's got you covered this Christmas. From ceiling to floor, from outside to inside, Sisson's is formulated to bring out our true Caribbean flair. Get 20% off Sisson's Ceiling White, Easy Clean, and Sisson's Aquaflow paints. Plus, every Sisson's purchase is an entry to win the grand prize of a 65-inch TV. Just scan the QR code, attach a picture of your receipt, and you are entered to win. Promotion runs October 1st to December 20th, 2025. Sisson's, good looks that last.
And folks, for the latest weather forecast, we join forecaster Jonathan Price at the forecast desk at the MBIA. Jonathan, I'm so happy that this morning we are not in Jamaica. Good morning.
Good morning to you and good morning, listeners. It was the weather for today, Monday the 27th of October 2025, as recorded at the Mars Bishop International Airport. It is currently fair. The winds are coming from the east at 11 miles per hour. Barometric pressure is 10.8 millibars, which is below normal and rising. Present temperature is 28 degrees Celsius and relative humidity 85%. Yesterday's maximum was 31.3 degrees Celsius and a minimum last night 26.7 degrees Celsius. Over the past 24 hours, 0.4 millimeters of rainfall was recorded, which brings the total for the month so far to 86.3 millimeters. And now for the public forecast for Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique for today and tonight. The weather is expected to be partly cloudy, with brief, light to moderate showers, becoming generally fair as the day progresses. Today's max will be 31.5 degrees Celsius, with winds easterly to southeasterly at 12 to 22 miles per hour. Seas will be slight to moderate, with waves up to 6 feet in open waters. Low tide will be at 11:30 a.m. and high tide at 5:30 p.m. Sunset will be at 5:59 and sunrise at 5:43. Just to repeat the public forecast for today and tonight, the weather is expected to be partly cloudy with brief, light to moderate showers, becoming generally fair as the day progresses. From the forecasters, Mars Bishop International Airport, I'm Jonathan Price. Have a great week.
Jonathan, just before you run off, from your meteorological standpoint, what's happening now in Jamaica? Have you got any idea?
At the moment, I anticipate Jamaica is starting to experience at minimum tropical storm conditions, but as the system, as Melissa moves closer, it's currently moving west, and it's supposed to take a northerly turn, and once that happens, they would start to experience those major hurricane strength winds and torrential rainfall and so on. So that is so far looking to be more closer to Tuesday that it would at least start to make an impact, because it's moving so slow, just at 3 miles per hour at the moment.
There was a school of thought that it might deviate a bit west and then north, which might put it more in a trajectory that it would affect Bermuda more than Jamaica. Is that the case?
Well, Bermuda is quite a bit far off from where Hurricane Melissa is at the moment. It's still looking to pass through at minimum the western part of Jamaica. So Jamaica is still fully under Hurricane Warning, and they do still expect an impact, it to make landfall in Jamaica, to be precise. The eye is expected to pass over.
Okay. Thank you very much. Jonathan, you have yourself a great day. Folks, the weather forecast came to you with the kind compliments of Rennick & Thompson Company Limited.
Shop with confidence at Quartz. Get the lowest prices guaranteed. Get appliances, furniture, electronics, and so much more. If you find a lower price on any other products elsewhere, we'll match the price. Plus, we'll give you back 110% of the difference. Shop with confidence only at Quartz. Bringing value home. Special conditions apply.
It's 5 minutes after 7 o'clock to end the news, a recap of the headlines. Grenada brings home students from Hurricane Melissa. A light earthquake shakes Grenada and Trinidad. In the region, Jamaica airports closed as Hurricane Melissa hits. Internationally, Egypt and International Red Cross search for hostages' bodies in Gaza. And in sports, Bangladesh takes on West Indies today in the first T20 International. And that's all the news we've got at this time. And on behalf of the entire newscast, I am Gordon Joseph, thanking you for viewing and listening, wishing you a productive day, and extending that invitation to you to stick and stay with the network, because we are with you anywhere and everywhere. And just before I step out of the newscast, I want to take the time and say a very special happy birthday to a dear friend, Thaddeus DJ Small Close Charles. Bro, happy birthday to you. Enjoy it to the fullest. We will be in touch.
At Oasis Pet and Garden, we bring you the best products at the best prices nationwide. pet lovers. We have a wide variety of loving, healthy pets just for you. Hamsters, guinea pigs, fishes, birds, puppies, bird food, and dog food. Visit the Oasis Pet and Garden today. Conveniently located along the Wester Hall Main Road, Wester Hall, St. David's,
and Melville Street, St. George's. Now serving you at 2 locations. Visit us today.
Are you looking for a reliable, affordable, and customer-friendly pharmacy? Look no further than Hills and Valley Pharmacy, the nation's leading healthcare products and services provider. We are committed to serving you at convenient locations. Find an extensive and affordable selection of prescription and over-the-counter drugs and medical supplies at Church Street, Hillsborough, Carriacou, Jubilee Street, Grenville, St. Andrew, near the bus terminal, and Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George. Our committed team is always available to offer valuable assistance for managing your health and wellness. Discover the additional benefits of our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street and our Medcare Center on Grenville Street, where we provide in-house physiotherapy, massage therapy, doctor consultations, and eye care services. Our commitment is to satisfy all your healthcare needs, including competitive prices, loyalty rewards, and special discounts for seniors. Contact us at 435-6904 and WhatsApp 535-4734. Choose Hills and Valley Pharmacy. Remember, your health is our business.
There are lots of reasons to own your future now. Lots of dreams and lots of plans. Lots of ways to own your land. With ACB by your side. Lots of ways to own with pride. Lots of chances to make it yours. Lots of ways to open doors. Lots of space to build much more. Lots of reasons to own your future now. There are lots of reasons to own your future now.
Start building your tomorrow today with a Lots loan from ACB Grenada Bank.
There are lots of reasons to own your future now.
Lots. Land ownership. Tomorrow secured.
Terms and conditions apply.
Warning! This is not a drill. Grenada! Christmas is coming early, and it's bringing over $100,000 in cash and prizes to the National Cricket Stadium. Get ready for the massive Christmas in November Mega Bingo, happening Sunday, November 2nd from 5 p.m. Come out and win big. Household prizes like living room set, gas cooker, TVs, dining room set, washing machine, fridge, bedroom set, and so much more. But wait, if that wasn't enough, how about $50,000 in cold hard cash? Can I get a cha-ching? Tickets are only $60 for one or $100 for two. And yes, we've got you covered with free buses island-wide, so no excuses, just excitement. Sunday, November 2nd. It's time to kick off the season with a bang at Christmas in November Mega Bingo.
Distributed by Echo Blue Limited. Visit us on the Lansopine Main Road or call 405-4818.
Mobility, a common theme woven into the very fabric of human history. From ancient wanderers to modern explorers, our instinct to move, to seek something greater, and to grow has always driven us forward. Imagine a journey into pathways of boundless opportunities and endless possibilities. A collective future where the vibrant rhythms of the Caribbean, rich culture, and welcoming community create unforgettable experiences. Beyond citizenship by investment, we believe in our collective investment of time, resources, and energy that fosters innovation, creates jobs, and enriches lives, driving the growth of an entire nation. The Investment Migration Agency Grenada boasts over a decade of exceptional service and remains committed to guiding you toward global mobility and economic freedom through investment. Your journey becomes our shared story of progress and prosperity. This is an invitation to be part of something greater, something enduring. Begin your journey at imagrenada.gd. IMA Grenada. Unlock the possibilities.
get ready. GBN and the Ministry of Education presents Christmas Harmonies 1.0. The inaugural primary school choir singing competition. December 5th, 1 p.m. The Grenada Trade Center. 15 schools, magical voices, and fierce competition. Cheer for your favorites in categories like Overall Champion, Most Creative, Best Solo, and Best Group. Entrance, adults $10, children $5. Don't miss the holiday magic. Christmas Harmonies 1.0, where Grenada's brightest and youngest voices shine. Be there.
It's 15 minutes after 7 o'clock, and momentarily we will be joined by Corporal Troy Paul for this morning's traffic report. As you would realize, we already have the drone feed showing us what the traffic is like. Master Control, could you just give us back the traffic outlines that are being shown at the moment? And Corporal Paul will be online with us momentarily. Okay, and it's a good time to say good morning, Corporal Paul.
A pleasant morning to you and also to your listeners. It is a pleasure to be here this morning and to share the live traffic updates with persons this morning so that they can know what is happening in and around the town and what is happening in the child and state of Grenada. I want to start with the accident state. The accident state for the past 24 hours, we had a total of 5 minor accidents. 5 minor accidents, and that is good, especially on a weekend. So we want to encourage persons to continue to drive safely along our nation's road. So far, we have most of the areas. We have a moderate flow of traffic in these towns and all these adjoining roads. So persons traveling in either of these areas can do so with a little bit of easement as they travel through the island state of Grenada. But we know what happens as we get closer to the 8 o'clock hour. We expect to have that heavier flow of traffic flowing in the area of St. Paul's, Caligini. The western side seems to be a bit moderate this morning at the time. Also, persons coming out from the Grenada Public Road we normally would have some challenges along that road on a morning time. As we continue to monitor the traffic on a morning time, we'll definitely have persons in most of the areas, such as the choke points, to direct and regulate those traffic. Must let persons know that we have a cruise ship in boat this morning, so we must expect a little bit of traffic more than normal, especially in the town and most of the tourist hotspot areas today. And that is good for our economy and for every aspect of the Grenadian livelihood. And we want to encourage persons as well as remember these persons may not be familiarized with our roads and so on. So still drive cautiously while we have visitors on our show. We know the areas, as we said. If you have not left home as yet, please do so we can avoid the rush this morning as we get trying to get to work on time and safely. It is a Monday morning, and we expect some traffic to be on our roads, especially coming to the town. And as we see, St. Paul's already have some traffic. Over the Granite Town already start seeing that volume of traffic building up. So we want persons to drive cautiously, drive safely, and the question we ask every morning, and I'll definitely ask it again this morning: if you're texting,
then who's driving? Who's driving? Yes. Thank you very much, Corporal Paul. As always, you and your team at the traffic department, and by extension, the entire rank and file of the RGPF. Have yourself a productive day as always.
Thank you, and same to you.
Folks, that has been the traffic report. We take a quick commercial break. When we come back, I've got my friend Josephine George. She's here with us with Ariza Moments as always. Don't you go anywhere.
Someone to help you to your feet. I'll be that beacon to your highest peak. I'll be right next to you, no, I will never leave. Come on, take my hands, we got everything we need. Cause you can look to me whenever you're in need. Just call on me and I'll be on my way. I'll be by your side, never to divide. The light that shines our way. Wherever you road leads, we'll make your dreams come true. Next time, next time, next time, next day,
Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
Served Grenada for decades, we are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sun Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wire and accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grenada, St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
Looking to shop online from your favorite stores like Amazon and Shein? With GPC Global, it's never been easier. Get your very own US address and shop from around the world. With GPC Global, you can order the latest trends and must-have items, all delivered straight to Grenada to your closest post office for your pickup. We offer the cheapest rates, and our service is reliable and quick. No more waiting for weeks for your packages. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. Join the Grenada Postal family today and start shopping smarter. Visit us online at www.grenadapostal.com or call us on 437-POST. That's 437-7678. GPC Global, your gateway to the world.
the 9th from 5 p.m. at the Grenada Trade Center. Legends Promotion presents the 19th annual Hubbard's Legends in Concert featuring the best of Grenada, along with 2 special guest artists. This edition promises to be extra special. Get ready, Grenada, to be blown with surprises at the 19th annual Hubbard's Legends in Concert, Sunday, November the 9th, 5 p.m. Grenada Trade Center. Stay tuned to GBN for more.
Welcome, viewers and listeners, and it's 24 minutes gone past 7 o'clock, and of course on Mondays it's always a joy to have Mrs. George with us. And I've gotten so acquainted to that new name now that
very well.
Yeah, it's at the tip of my tongue. Mrs.
Right.
George.
Josephine will do.
Yeah, no, Mrs. George.
No, Josephine.
Yes,
fine.
yes, all right. And representing Ariza this morning, of course, and we're still in Financial Literacy Month, and Ariza is teaming up with the finance department of the RGPF. Am I getting it correct?
Yeah, but let me backtrack. Yeah,
please.
let's backtrack to Thursday.
Yes.
We had a ball, climax of ICU Day in Carriacou.
Okay, right.
Yeah, International Credit Union Day.
Was
Pearls, yeah.
All right, good.
And so let me see.
What was it like in Carriacou?
Oh, it was wonderful. It's always such a sweet camaraderie, and it's just the synergies are very different.
Yeah.
But kayaks, big up your whole self, as the people would say.
Yeah.
They came out and they won handsomely. They did really, really well. Super well. Princess, Kalisha, the whole team. I can't go into name calling, but just to say it was a very wonderful experience. But Carriacou is always that way.
Right.
And of course, yesterday we sponsored the Corn Festival. I'm yet to get the report from Mr. Legard and the two Dexters, Legard and Lendo.
Yeah.
But I want to commend them for staging this, because they had a lot of challenges. Of course, with burial, they weren't able to get corn from Carriacou as such, but they made do with what they got, and I'm sure they did their best. And of course, Team Ariza was there.
As always.
So it's our third year sponsoring actually, the Corn Festival. So cheers to them. And yesterday as well, we teamed up with the League, with the Cancer Society. The breast cancer walk. Yeah. Yes. Credit unions were part of that.
I had a wonderful team with me a couple months.
Yeah, because we wanted to stage walk ourselves, but we thought, let's not compete. This is a good cause, and let us just join up with them. So, collaboration, networking.
Okay.
It was good. I wasn't able to attend, but I did see them all in the pink heading up the road yesterday. Yeah, this time I wasn't able to attend, but usually that's not the sort of thing that would miss me. Now, this is Financial Wellness Month. And you remember last year we had the lecture, yes, and it was the inaugural one, and so we still want to thank Mr. Duncan for facilitating and doing an awesome job.
The honorable,
we had Ponty, and we had our CEO Chris Diali, some very learned fellows. We also had insurance as part of it, because the importance of insurance. But today we're going to talk a little bit about what we're going to do on Wednesday. That's in collaboration with the Ministry of Finance and the ECCB. So the second lecture is going to be held at SGU on Wednesday, 29th October. That's this Wednesday, folks. It's going to be from 5:30 to 7:30. I'm making sure you get it right. If you visit our Facebook page, you scan the QR code. We'd like you to register. Okay. And also to know that there will be transportation available, and that will be from the Ariza car park. We leave at 4:15. There's some work going on in the Grand Dance area. We want to be sure that you get there on time. So please be there, folks, at 4:15. But most importantly, register, because we'd like to know the attendance and how many we're catering for. Okay. Yes? So, and guess who's going to be the feature speaker?
Honorable?
The Honorable
Richard Duncan?
No.
Okay.
Lucia Livingston Andal.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Former CEO of Ariza.
Yeah.
That name is synonymous with Ariza.
Yeah, with credit unionism as a whole. But
listen, behave yourself. I said that name is synonymous with Ariza, okay?
Okay, all right.
Decades of service to credit unionism, decades of service to Ariza.
Okay.
She goes way back to
Public Service
Public Service Cooperative Credit Union and brainchild behind that whole transformation, the rebranding.
How is she
to
doing
Ariza? Oh, very well. Very well.
Morning, Miss Anna.
Yes. Good morning, Mrs. Anna. So we'll see her on Wednesday, God willing.
Whenever her name calls, one other name pops up because they seem to be...
I'm sure it's Richard.
No. Another woman, a powerhouse, Laurie Clarkson.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, she and then I hear Miss Anda, Laurie Clarkson.
But in the financial sector, it's Richard and Mrs. Andal, and they would tell you that they have that sort of relationship. So she's a powerhouse, and she would be the one. And we're going to do financial freedom through investing. So you're moving beyond traditional saving. We've been talking a lot about investing as opposed to just so that's where we're going with this. Yes. So, and people don't think investment is a whole lot of money. You can start with something very small, but I'm not Mrs. Andal. She's the one who's going to take you into that.
Yes.
So we're looking forward to that. It's going to be rich.
Yeah.
There's going to be room for questions and answers, obviously. And as I said, she's more than qualified to deliver. She has delivered. She continues to deliver, So that's 5:30 to 7 o'clock at SGU, and that's in collaboration with the Ministry of Finance. The buses leave Ariza's car park at 4:15.
Be there on time.
Yeah. Go to the Facebook page. The post is there. Scan the QR code. Use the link and let us know.
Let us know the numbers.
Yeah. Register.
The numbers.
Yeah.
And that's it.
That's a wrap.
Just like it.
It's a wrap.
Just like that.
So you have a wonderful week. We hope to see you
on Wednesday.
Yeah, on Wednesday.
All right.
Yeah. 5:30.
Yeah, I have to ask my doctor.
SGU. That's quite all right. We, ask who you have to ask.
But just
bring your doctor along with you.
just be there.
That's one kind of wellness, but we're talking financial wellness. So bring your doctor along with you.
Financial wellness could lead to your physical wellness.
Oh, it can. Well, every form of wellness. You're talking about the holistic person.
Because money answereth through all things.
No, he's decided to quote scriptures on me. All right.
All the time, Josephine. It's always a pleasure to have you. Bring back the love to Team Ariza as always, and keep on doing what you're doing,
and the
folks.
Love to Team GBN.
That's it for the Ariza moment this morning. We take a quick break. When we come back, I've got the folks from the Rotaract. We're talking Rotary business this morning. Stay with us. We'll be back after this. Don't you go anywhere.
Welcome to Karakou, small in size, rich in spirit. As you step off the boat, you're greeted by smiling faces and warm island vibes. Your adventure begins here. Need a cozy place to stay? The Mermaid Beach Hotel has been a favorite for years. Waterfront views, clean comfort, and located in the town. In Bogles, the Roundhouse Cottages offers rustic charm with a touch of elegance. A peaceful hideaway surrounded by nature. Prefer something private? Dong Island Villas gives you space, sea breeze, and a home away from home feel. Wake up to the sound of waves and views that stretch for miles. We're ready to welcome you. When are you coming?
Greater convenience, smarter control. That's the power of myaccount.grenlec.com.
Pay your electricity bill online.
Submit service requests. View your billing history. And with e-billing, going paperless has never been simpler.
Sign up at myaccount.grenlec.com for access anytime, anywhere.
Sisson's got you covered this Christmas. From ceiling to floor, from outside to inside, Sisson's is formulated to bring out our true Caribbean flair. Get 20% off Sisson's Ceiling White, Easy Clean, and Sisson's Aquaflow paints. Plus, every Sisson's purchase is an entry to win the grand prize of a 65-inch TV. Just scan the QR code, attach a picture of your receipt, and you are entered to win. Promotion runs October 1st to December 20th, 2025. Sisson's, good looks that last.
Welcome back to the conversation, ladies and gentlemen. I've got with me in the studio this morning two distinguished gentlemen. And when I say distinguished, I put emphasis on the distinguished. Yeah. Two Georges, as a matter of fact.
Two Steves.
Right, yeah. Two Steves, rather. To my immediate right is my dear friend, Mr. Steve Hosford. Yeah. And to his immediate right is Mr. Steve George. Correct. Okay, so two Steves this morning. Wow. If I was a playway person, I would have tried to get a number attached to the Steve, but there isn't. Yeah, you know of any?
I'm not sure.
Nonetheless, folks, they are representing the Rotary Club East of Grenada, and they're here to promote an anniversary. But as I said to them before coming on the set, I usually use these opportunities to educate myself as well. So, gentlemen, again, welcome to the program.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Yes,
it's a pleasure to be here.
I want to know, what is the Rotary Club? What is it all about?
So let me give you some background. Rotary was formed in February 23rd, 1905 by an attorney, Paul Harris. He, with three others, started the club, and in 1992 they adopted Rotary International.
Okay.
The mission was first professional, and then it went to humanitarian, right? And that is why they came up with the motto, service above self. Very powerful.
Okay.
Right? Right now, Rotary is 100 years old. There are 1.2 million Rotarians, and there are 32,000 clubs in 158 countries. So it's big.
That's big business.
It's big.
That's big. As it relates to Grenada, how long has the Rotary Club been operating in Grenada?
Excellent. So you must have heard about Sir John Watts.
Yes.
So the first club that was set up in Grenada is by him. He was the district governor of 1730. All right. So the first club was set up, Rotary Club of Grenada. That's the club based in St. George's. And they were set up in August 23rd, 1968.
Okay.
All right. Then our club came years afterwards. In 1977.
Right? Yeah, in
Rotary Club East. Rotary Club East.
Right.
October 31st, 1977. So we're now 48 years old. It started off with 25 charter members. We now only have 2 surviving members.
Wow.
Yes. So you have Rotarian past President Fred Belfon, and you have past District Governor Leslie Ramdani. He's the second Grenadian to hold that post, and is very well renowned and respected in the Rotary community.
You know what I like about him? He's humble.
Yes.
Yeah.
Humility. Very modest.
You really have to look for him to know if he's there. He's so soft spoken,
Yes.
but he's a powerhouse in himself.
Yes, correct.
Yes. Good morning, Mr. Ramdani. Right. So let me ask this. How many divisions of the Rotary Club do you have in Grenada? Because I'm hearing East. Do you have a West? Do you have a North? Do you have a South or so?
Interestingly, there was a club in Carriacou which after burial was rejuvenated. All right, so they are supported by our club, Rotary Club East.
Okay, so in Grenada there's only one Rotary Club?
There's two.
There are two Rotary
East
clubs
and
Rotary Club Grenada.
Okay, so Rotary Club Grenada and Rotary Club East.
Grenada East. Rotary Club of Grenada East.
Yes. Okay. You see, I'm learning this. Now, what are the core values, or should I say the modus operandi of the Rotary Club?
Well, actually, Rotary is strictly on a humanitarian basis, and it is very, very good that we're here today, because pretty soon Rotary, especially our brothers in Jamaica, will be faced with a serious crisis.
Yeah.
Okay, and they would become the tip of the spear in terms of the recovery that is by of necessity going to be needed to take place in Jamaica. And we will be supporting them indirectly through something we call a Rotary Foundation. Now, the Rotary Foundation is the organization, or the part of Rotary, the arm of Rotary, that every one of us as Rotarians contributes to at some level or other, and the money goes to the Rotary Foundation. And then when we have situations like what we had in Hurricane Ivan here in Ivan and Emily, I don't remember exactly when those things occurred.
Burial last year.
Now, we get whatever resources that we may have contributed to Rotary Foundation. It comes back to us in the form of aid at various levels, either the district level or the foundation level. It comes back to us so that we can support the initiatives that's necessary following catastrophic events. Pretty soon, Jamaica is going to have to deal with that because we have a storm heading their way. And very much the same way that we were at the tip of the spear, during the burial, and you will talk more of that. During Hurricane Ivan, I just happened to be was the president of the Rotary Club of Grenada East during Hurricane Ivan period. So I have a clear understanding as to the types of pressures that you're liable to be dealing with during the recovery phase. And our brothers and partners in service in Jamaica will be faced with that coming soon.
Well, from today,
actually.
I spoke with someone just a little earlier, and they said that the winds are already starting to impact, not the full force as yet, late, because the hurricane is moving so slowly. 3 miles per hour. That's
slow.
And that's dangerous.
It's going to sit over you for
and it's gathering all the momentum on the ocean as it travels across.
Yes.
Okay. Now, I was a member of the Leo Club of St. Andrew.
Okay.
All right. I never moved on to Lions and so forth because life is lifing, as we say, and things happen, and I had to move. I didn't have the time. And I know from the Leo Club's perspective, we were engaged in community initiatives and so forth, cleanups here and there, going out and looking for the elderlies and presenting them with baskets and just doing community service. Does the Rotary Club engage in such initiatives?
Oh, absolutely. Course, yeah. We thoroughly involved in initiatives like that, perhaps at a slightly different level, but we are doing similar things. And we have another part of the organization that you refer to, Rotaractors.
Right.
Okay, so your Leo Club will be on the level of the Rotaractors, and the Lions will be on the level of Rotary. That's the
the offspring and the parent.
Right. Used to be, but it's no longer so in Rotary.
Okay.
The Rotaractors have been emancipated, so to speak. They now have their own line of administrative organization.
Oh, they've gotten independence.
They got the independence.
But we still support.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We guide. We don't support. We guide. But they are unlike the Lions and Leo. they are still one of the same. Rotary
it's an age thing.
Gravitate
towards the older. Right. 40. You're celebrating 47 years.
48 years. 48 years.
Now, what would you say are some of the main accomplishments of Rotary Club Grenada Rotary East?
So let me start with something we call the VOSH Eye Care Project. VOSH?
Yeah, the Eye Care Project.
Eye Care Project.
Yes,
So we've been doing that for 22 years. There was a lull for 3 years due to COVID. All right. So we would see persons throughout the island. But last year, or earlier on this year, we decided not to do St. George's. All right. Few reasons for that. One, there's another organization that's been doing eye care in St. George's. And two, Carriacou was destructive. Right. So we thought it best to go Carriacou, because what we do too is to help the persons most in need. And we thought Carriacou, we needed to reach out to Carriacou. So we did VOSH in Carriacou after many years, and it was, of course, well received. Yes. I also want to talk about the bear response that we did for Carriacou. The Gentle Giant called me, that's PDG Leslie, and he asked me, I think it was the following day, to go to NADMA to see what Carriacou needs, Carriacou and PT Martinique. So I went there, and as soon as I got there, Mr. Walter said to me, "You in logistics?" So I said, all right.
Okay, yeah.
So I stayed up for 2 weeks, right?
In Carriacou?
No. In NADMA. In NADMA.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was there, for 2 weeks helping. But why we really went there, they have people on the ground who do field assessments. So we got early information as to what was required. So we send up tarpaulins, water, food, clothes, and equipment to clear and stuff like that from Grenada. Then what was important too is that we have links throughout Rotary and different places in the world. There's organizations that would only work through somebody like Rotary.
Right.
All right. So we got both sides of Trinidad, and the stuff was sent to Rotary for us to distribute. We got some tents, 600 tents from Shelter Box, which was supposed to be used as temporary shelter. All right. And then we had 5 PTGs in Grenada who went to Carriacou to see the damage and assess and to see what they could do, because they're looking for a major project.
Okay.
Right.
PDGs are past district government.
Past district government, just like Leslie. Right. So what was chosen was the seniors' home. Right.
In Carriacou and Bel Air.
In Carriacou, yeah, because they were displaced. Some of them died before they got back to Carriacou, sorry to say. But we thought it good to fix the home. So we fixed the home, we did the roof, all the electricals, the windows, doors, stuff like that, put it back together.
All by the Rotary Club?
All by the Rotary Club, from District Grant.
Was that the Top Hill?
Top Hill.
Top Hill.
Top Hill.
Yes. Okay. Top Hill, okay.
And then we furnished the place, right? So we did a not a handover, because it was government's own. After we finished repairing it, we had a ceremony, and when you speak to the seniors there, they were really, really happy to get back to Carriacou in even more comfortable settings.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So there was some good coming out of Beryl.
Yes.
Yeah, there was.
Okay.
Because hadn't Beryl passed, maybe that home wouldn't have been refurbished and upgraded.
That initiative would have been.
So hence the reason why they say, when life serve your limes, make lemons.
Make lemon, make some juice.
Make lemonade with it. Yes. Okay, so now as you celebrate 48 years, what's the plan? Is there a theme for the anniversary celebration? What are the plans for the 48th year anniversary?
We have a week of celebration.
We have a week of celebration. Yes.
We do church.
We start the celebration generally by a church service at the beginning of the celebrations. And each successive day, we have other events that will take place. We honor, for instance, on a particular day, we would honor the past Rotarians, their spouses. We call them partners in service. For instance, the Rotarian may have passed on, but the wives are still there. So we try to go to the homes of those people to look after them bring them flowers and let them know that they're still being thought about.
Let me ask a question. You say the Rotarians might pass on and their wives might still be there. Is it a male's organization?
No. For instance, I have a partner, we call him partner in service. He has a partner in service. I have a partner in service. I'm kidding. If I pass away,
no, not if. When is when.
Well, when.
Yes.
My partner in service will be available. She'll be there. So what the one of the initiatives that we're taking is to visit her home, using her as the example, and bring her some cheer, bring her some joy. Let her know that we as Rotarians still remember her and honor her service as Rotarians. We have both male and females in the club. As a matter of fact, we're just about on par right
just
now.
Just about 50-50.
Really? That's good. Yeah. And are Grenadians, do you go on a recruitment drive? How does someone become a member of the Rotary Club?
So, you have to be proposed by a Rotarian first, right?
Okay.
That information would go to the board, and then the members would vet.
Okay.
Right? Now, what is interesting, when you come in as a Rotarian, we would need 3 things from you. You would need to have time to come to meetings and work on projects. You would need to share your talent, and of course your treasure.
Okay.
Yeah. So these are the things we ask of.
Yeah. So the 3 T's: time, talent, and treasure.
The interesting thing is that we have something called classification.
Yes.
Do we have a classification that fits him that maybe we can...
Yes.
I don't think so.
maybe we can fill that classification.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
By the way, there's also something that Rotary allow is something called a corporation can become a Rotarian. Okay, it's something that it exists, but as an organization we have not yet exploded, but it is there for us. In other words, GBN can become a Rotarian. GBN, the organization, the entity can become a Rotarian, and within the structure of GBN, they can decide who would be attending on their behalf at any given time.
Okay.
So for instance, they might be able to take you and say, well, you attend the club meetings on behalf of GBN. The structure is there, everything is in place, but we have not utilized it as much as it should be utilized, and I think this is something we should consider doing going forward.
Yeah. What would you say are some of the main benefits of becoming a Rotarian?
You get to participate in a very, very, I don't want to say powerful because that's not a good word, in a very committed organization. Committed to peace and conflict prevention, committed to disease prevention and treatment, committed to water sanitation, something that we call, WASH, was it?
WASH, yeah.
WASH, that was one of our PETCH projects. Maternal health care, basic education and literacy. You get to be a part of all this, okay? Supporting the economics of in the community. And of course, supporting the environment. This is something that Rotary had got involved in lately because that is becoming a real issue. And one of the big things that you'll be supporting, you'll be a part of an entity that completely eradicated polio from existence. Well, not completely. We have a few cases that pops up.
It's just popping up
here and there, but we still on it.
To add, you'll be part of a network of 1.2 million persons.
Right.
And I think the main joy for me is not necessarily getting, but being able to give and feel fulfilled.
Right.
We touched a little bit on polio, and Rotary International wants to shift away from polio and go to peace. They would like to see peace in the world, which I think is a very, very good thing. I need it at this time.
Yeah, which leads me to the next question. Does the Rotary Club voice their opinions or positions on matters of national politics? If so, what is the Rotary Club's position on the talking point of the day, the U.S. request for the installation of the radar system on the island?
You probably would not get any such involvement from Rotary. Individual members have their own view from time to time, but as an organization, you probably will not hear direct quotes from any Rotarian who are representing their organization. What you would hear and it's expressed in everything, that we are about promoting peace. But the way we promote peace is through education and through alleviation of poverty, because if you notice, a lot of the problems in problem areas, there are a lot of poverty existing there. So Rotary is involved in peace initiatives through the eradication of poverty. Okay, and that's how we do it. But as far as having a position in geopolitical situations as exists today, you probably will not. As a matter of fact, I dare say you will not hear from the Rotary Club on this matter.
So now I'm going to ask Steve George, not the Rotarian, but Steve George, what is your position on this request from the U.S.? You could plead the fifth if you want to.
Let me plead the fifth.
Yeah. All right.
If we talk privately over beer, you get more of me.
Okay. Yeah. Steve Horsford, not the Rotarian. What's your position on that?
Well, unfortunately, anything Steve Horsford say is going to come back to my entity. So I would probably plead the fifth on that as well. Right. Steve Horsford doesn't exist in the world of where we're sitting today. Okay. If he says something, it is going to be Rotarian Steve saying it, and the reflection goes right back to the organization, or for that matter, any other type of entities that Steve Horsford might be associated with. So it is a very good idea if Steve Horsford, the person, keeps his opinion to Steve Horsford.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Respected.
Yeah.
All right. Is there anything you'd like to add, or just throw out as we do the wrap?
There's something I would like to add, please, very very briefly. Vosh, I Care, for example, we realize that the same people comes back every year, right? And it's because of poor diet. Right?
Because of
poor diet, junk food, a lot of sweet, right? We also had childhood obesity because of that, right? A lot of young people these days, besides eating junk, right, you have these small cigars planted in their mouth as part of their wear. Right, and you have a lot of vaping. This could never be good for your health.
Yeah.
We're going to have a problem down the road, right? Another thing that we've been involved in is diabetic foot care, right? Because we were doing a lot of wheelchairs and walkers before, but we want to get out of that. And instead of having persons have amputations, we want to save the foot.
Prevent it.
Yes. So we need to have the conversation on better diet, controlling your diabetes, dealing with hypertension, eating properly. So you have to have fruit and vegetables, but don't eat too much fruit because that's a lot of sweet,
Yeah.
You have to control and understand what it is you can have and not, right? So that is one of our major concerns right now.
I yearn for that day when media would be used not just for the entertainment, but for more educational purposes, that we can saturate our airwaves with this positive vibes,
Yes.
I would put that, I would give it more priority than the entertainment. Of course, we need to interlace it with the nice music in between, but I think we are at an age where we need more educational content.
Yes.
I see no reason why throughout the day we must play music because we want to keep our listeners well covered, but throughout the day we should be having the conversation on health. We have, I don't call them housewives anymore, but the ladies who are home, who are not working, and they are home preparing their meals. If we have these conversations during the day while they're home and they're listening or viewing, it might just make them drop a little less salt in the pot, and and
excellent idea. And I tell you why. You realize there are no newspapers again? I don't know it's because we get tech savvy.
Yeah, of course,
right?
Everything is online.
So if it is, we need to have more programs like this where we could educate the public.
We need to.
Let's do it.
We need to. Yeah. And I know GBN has that thrust. It's just that we need the corporate Grenada to, because it costs to get them out and so forth. So a whole lot of partnerships are needed, but I think that is the direction that we should be going, because we are getting out of balance with the entertainment as it relates to the important stuff, so we're getting a high level of imbalance there. We need to be a little more balanced, because as you said, Mr. George, if we don't get this in check in time, we have a problem later on down the line. I might not see it. My children and grandchildren might be the beneficiary of those ills that we're facing now.
Because you wanted to be productive human beings,
healthy, and
There was a time when we had an initiative that you have people going to visit the doctor, and they're sitting there in the hospital in the waiting room. So we have a captive audience. So what we had done is install television at all of the clinics in our district, and we will play certain things. And one of the things that we were playing was how to treat diabetes and how to care for yourself. So while you're sitting there, we have a captive audience, and we have a television screen in the room, and we had it at almost all of the clinics in our St. Andrews and Patrick's area, where the patients are sitting there. Instead of focusing on the reason that they came there, they had an opportunity to get themselves educated about a lot of diseases. And this is something that we can probably bring back. Of course, some of the equipment got, what's the word I'm looking for? They were
outdated?
No. In addition to that, we had shoppers that shopped in the clinic.
Oh, they shopped online?
They shop in the clinics.
Online. That's online shopping.
Oh, that's online shopping?
Yeah.
They shopped online.
Because the equipment are online, the electric line, so they shopped online.
So we had some losses in that area. And it's unfortunate, but I think that will be a good initiative to bring back. It will dovetail nicely with the educational initiative that you're talking about.
Yeah, I just think, for people who really know it, we are going down a very slippery slope. And if we don't take heed, it's going to be too late at some point in time. That I'm saying it, and thinking down the line, it's scary. But nonetheless, gentlemen, I want to thank you both for sharing with us this morning, and congratulations on your 48th anniversary. Keep on doing what you're doing, and all the Rotaracts out there, the Rotarians, keep on doing what you're doing, and let's be more audible and visible.
Yes.
Going forward.
That's a good thing, and I want to thank you for taking the time to meet with us, and thank GBN, as a matter of fact. And in parting, I would like you to keep in mind the statement that corporations can become club members.
Yeah, well, I'll talk with management, and because we have a plethora of people in here that I think would love to be a part of the. But if the entity is a member, different staff members can attend. Yeah.
So let's get the conversation started, huh?
Please do.
Okay.
Right. Okay. Thanks, folks. That's it for the conversation this morning. I have been speaking with Mr. Steve George and Mr. Steve Horsford, representing the Grenada Rotary Club East as they celebrate their 48th anniversary. That's it for the conversation. We head into the BBC momentarily. Stick and stay with us. Don't you go anywhere.